Hey gang, Byron with Autowbrake. Some of you have already heard of Autowbrake, and this may be new to you as well, but what is Autowbrake? We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about how to install it, how to choose the settings, and how to calibrate. So the Autowbrake is simply a brake controller for trailers with electric brakes. If you have a trailer with electric brakes, you're probably familiar with traditional controllers that mount inside the cab, in the dash, they get into the vehicle wiring. There's also a couple of other variations out there that mount on the trailer frame or in the hitch. What Autowbrake does and what makes it unique is there's nothing involved inside the vehicle, period. So there's no wiring, there's nothing to do to the vehicle, there's nothing in the dash, there's nothing to sync, nothing to pair. We've taken everything out of the vehicle, put it in one box, and we put it right on the trailer. Once this is on your trailer, all you have to do is plug and tow every time. So how does all that work? How do we put that in there? The Autowbrake comes with a pigtail just like this, and there's 5 wires: brake, power, ground, and your taillights. And every trailer is going to have those. What we suggest, most people go right into the junction box, which every trailer with electric brakes is going to have a junction box on it. You pair the appropriate wires with the correct wires on your trailer. The one thing I do have to caution you on is do not match color to color, because not all trailers are wired exactly with the same color code. So make sure that brake goes to brake, ground goes to ground, power goes to power, and your taillights go to taillights. Once that's on, then you're going to calibrate the Autowbrake one time. You only need to do that once. The beauty about this, we've actually scaled the box down a little bit. If you've seen an older version, we've made it a bit smaller. It's becoming real popular with the teardrop market, the smaller trailer frames. So we made the box quite a bit smaller to accommodate those. The other thing that's nice about the Autowbrake is it doesn't have to be mounted on the frame. You can mount it in a toolbox, you can mount it inside the cabinet, you can mount it anywhere you want, any angle, upside down, sideways, backwards, it doesn't matter. All that matters is the first time you put it on your trailer that you calibrate it once so it knows what its new home is. After that, it's plug and tow every time, all the time, whether it's stored for 3 months or 2 weeks. So it's important when you wire the Autowbrake up to your trailer that you match the Autowbrake wires and the function of your trailer wires. So the Autowbrake comes with 5 wires: brake, ground, power, and taillights. You want to make sure those match up to the exact function of the wires on your trailer. Not all trailer wiring diagrams are the same with color codes, so check your user's manual. If you're not unsure, or if you're unsure and you're not a do-it-yourselfer, go have a dealer install it for you. The main thing to know is the Autowbrake power needs to draw 12 volts from the tow vehicle, so you have to have a 12-volt line coming from the tow vehicle. If you don't, and you're equipped with maybe some of the smaller mid-size SUVs and you're towing lighter weight campers, you may just have a 4-way flat plug, and that's okay. What you'll do in that instance is you'll use your lights as the power source for the Autowbrake, and this is all covered in the instructions. I just want to be sure that you're matching function to function, not color to color. So once you've decided where you're going to mount your Autowbrake, you're going to wire it in. Once that's all wired in, you have that secured, you're going to bring your tow vehicle up to your trailer, and then you're going to plug it in as you normally would when you get ready to tow. And now we're going to show you how to calibrate. Calibration only happens once unless you take the Autowbrake off of your trailer and move it to a different location. Other than that, when you calibrate it the first time, now it understands its new home. You never have to do it again. So now once the Autowbrake is installed, you have it mounted in place, all the wiring is done, you're going to plug your tow vehicle and the trailer together. Make sure the ignition is on the tow vehicle, and you're going to have somebody apply the brakes on the tow vehicle so it activates those brake lights. If you're using the 12-volt line with the running lights as power, you want to make sure the lights are on the vehicle at the same time. So we're going to calibrate. You only have to do this once unless you take the Autowbrake off of here physically and put it to a different location. And the way you calibrate, you hold these 2 buttons down for about 3 seconds till the light's solid, let go, and it's going to flutter for just a couple seconds, go through its function. Now it knows this is my new home, this is level. So once we've done that, we're going to select our setting. This will take you up a setting, this will take you down a setting. So it's going to blink 3 consecutive times to show you what setting it's on. So right now it's on setting 2. I'm going to hold that down for a minute. Now it's on setting 3. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you want to go back down to setting 2, you hold that down, it goes down to setting 2. You do have to do this while the brake lights are on. Then once you're at your desired setting, release the brakes and it'll stay on the setting the whole time. So now that we've selected our function, we're ready to plug and tow. So you get in your vehicle. The first thing to remember is what makes the Autowbrake do what it needs to do. The Autowbrake is always monitoring itself, waiting for a trigger, and that trigger is brake lights. So as soon as the vehicle brake lights are applied, the the auto brake knows I need to stop the trailer the same way the vehicle is stopping. So understanding that the brake lights activate the auto brake allows you to understand how the key fob works. So you're driving down the road, you're on setting 2, and maybe it just doesn't feel like it's braking enough for you. So while you're coasting, you're going to lightly apply the brakes, and you can go up or down within that setting. You're just going to hold this down one time for about a second, let go. If that's not enough, you'll hold it again, and it'll allow you to increase and decrease the braking. You'll feel that while you're braking. Then let off on your brakes when you have it the desired setting. You never need to change it again. This will always start up on the last setting it was on. The second function of the auto brake is if you're driving down the road and you're starting to get some trailer sway, or you're just not sure, you want to see if the brakes are working, hold all of these buttons down without braking, and that's going to apply the trailer brakes independent of the vehicle brakes. So keep in mind, these are replaceable. They do sync to each unit. However, once you have that on the setting that you want in real world, this is going to go in the glove compartment. It's going to slide down behind the seat. It's going to do whatever. This will do everything it needs to do. So we're always open to questions. We're here to help you with install. We've got 24-hour support. We do sleep, so we'll get back to you as soon as we can if it's late. But get Autowbrake, our website, getautobrake.com. Remember, there's a W in there, AUTOWBRAKE.com. Find us on Facebook, Instagram. Just find us somewhere.